Hi, do you also feel it's very tedious to get the bass to sit just right within your tracks and within your mixes? Especially if you're recording straight into your audio interface without any prior Stompboxes or amplifiers. So today we're gonna check out the TONEX Bass. TONEX is an ecosystem of hardware pedals and software from IK Multimedia that uses advanced AI machine modeling technology to create these ultra-realistic digital models called tone models of vintage and modern amplifiers, cabinets and effect pedals. So the TONEX Bass Edition is machine modeling of modern bass amplifiers, cabinets and effects. Quick disclaimer, IK Multimedia sent me the TONEX Bass. Aside from that, they have no say over my video content or this review. We have previously covered the TONEX guitar pedal, which I really enjoy, and I use this on all my guitar recordings and sessions. So it's gonna be fun to see how the TONEX bass pedal holds up. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and make sure to stick around till the end so you don't miss out on any of the details on the TONEX bass. Let's take the tour. Okay, so let's hook up the TONEX bass to our audio interface and also to our beloved bass. So let's check the I/O ports of the pedal. Alright, so on the back side we have the input for our bass, then we have output left and right. So it's a stereo output because there are stereo effects like the reverb and delays. And then headphones, we have the MIDI inputs outputs and the external controller. And also the USB to connect this with our computer and the bundled TONEX software and amplitude. And then of course the power. So let's hook up the power. Cha-ching! We see some beautiful tube lights. So we get the right tube vibe. On the sides, then we're gonna hook it up the USB. And also our left and right outputs. Cha-ching! And finally, the bass cable. There we go. Okay, so first we're gonna play with the TONEX Bass Edition in bypass mode, so you get a feel for the natural tone of this bass. And also with the plectrum. Right, so now we're gonna activate. This is the Fender Bassman 300. And some plectrum playing. Right, so I feel as soon as we activated the TONEX bass here with the Fender Bass 300, we instantly get a more tight bass sound. It's obviously a little bit compressed, there's a little bit of overdrive, and we also get rid of a little bit of high end, and then overall a tighter sound, and also less sub-bass so we don't interfere with the kick drums. So if we quickly just jump into Logic Pro and look at an equalizer curve, when we have the TONEX bass in bypass mode, it sounds like this. So if I just play the open E string, you see there's a lot of sub-bass going on. And then if we activate the TONEX, pay attention to that region. You can see we get a lot less sub-bass and a more tight sound. So I guess the bass will sit much nicer in our mix without any equalization or fiddling. And it's also great that the sound is compressed straight out of the TONEX bass. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the TONEX software. While it is quite easy to edit your patches and presets on the device itself, on the pedal, I feel it's a lot more convenient and more visual to edit on the software, because we get a little image of the amplifiers, and we can also see what kind of stomp boxes instantly that's connected with the amplifier, because the captures, the model captures or the amplifier captures are made with the stomp boxes and the amplifier in the same model, so to speak. So if you want to change amplifier, it's also going to change the stomp boxes, which you can see here in the preset list. So we are in the Home tab, and we're filtering the presets by bases. Let's take a listen to Above the Clouds, SVT VR. And at the top we can see a noise gate, the amplifier cabinet, and you can change the cabinet from the tone model to a virtual model. And it comes with tons of different microphones that you can change, and 2 microphones. And you can blend between these and change resonance and stuff. But we're gonna use the captured tone model. Then there's a compressor, you have modulation if you want to add one of those stereo effects. And there's chorus, tremolo, phaser, flanger, and a rotary. Let's try rotary. Nice. And there's the delay, and there's a digital and the tape delay. The tape delay is going to be like softer. Fun stuff, and also a reverb. I usually don't add reverbs on the bass, but nice maybe to add a little bit of room. Some spring maybe. And also a convenient noise gate. Ta-da! Nice. Right, so there's obviously tons of different models and different stomp box variations combined. And we can't go through all of them, but what we can do is go into TONET, and that's going to be the community recorded bass models. And yeah, let's try this one, the top one, which has 1K likes. Must be a good preset, I guess. So let's try that one. You can of course change the EQ and the gain on the amplifier. Let's try the next one, Dark Glass Vintage Ultra. So you can see what kind of cabinet it is, and also what kind of stomp boxes they used in the capture. Thunder Verb. Ampeg SVT2 Pro. And this Fender Bassband 300 is captured with a wide 2A compressor and EQ81. Yeah, so you can see there's tons of options to customize your patches, and then you can of course just save them out to the TONEX pedal. Now my only complaints regarding using the pedal standalone is that it's quite hard to know what kind of models and what kind of stompbox and model combinations you're playing if you're just looking at the screen on the pedal. And one way to let the customers know what kind of bass models there are on the different patches would be to send just a sheet of the factory preset list with amplifiers and stompbox combinations. While browsing the IK Multimedia website, I did find the TONEX Pedal Bass Edition factory preset list. And this is really helpful because SVHECLN, to me, it wouldn't be obvious that that's the Ampeg SVT-CL heritage amplifier. Because for someone like me who don't know about all the different bass amplifiers out there, it's really helpful to be able to see that the B300s, that's the Fender Bassband 300, maybe with an LED display, so we could see more easily what kind of amplifier and stompboxes we were using on the pedal. So I highly recommend you download this preset list and print it. But I would have loved to have had this in the manual or maybe as a printed sheet just in the package. So we instantly can see what kind of presets we're playing on the device. Okay, so how about we summarize a little bit? It's very easy, I think, to work with the TONEX Bass Edition pedal. As you heard earlier, I really enjoy working with the previous original TONEX for guitars. And the TONEX is a great addition because it's often very hard to, or a lot of editing to get the bass to sit within a track. And now with the TONEX bass, you just hook it up and select basically any type of model, and most of them fits the tracks just out of the box without any like extra fiddling and stuff. And that's all you need as a producer. Just hook it up and have a go. And it's also very easy to work with the software and throw the presets onto the device itself, so they can be recalled when you're in a live situation or on the go or somewhere. Regarding the build quality, I feel it's a very sturdy enclosure. It's metal chassis and there's a little bit of friction on the knobs here. And yeah, during my test time here and during our band sessions and recording sessions, we've never had any problems with this one yet. So the TONEX bass stays in the studio. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'm Matthias, bye.